Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off the play fake, Winston. And incomplete here on third down.
But one thing.
Receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. Into the secondary again. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston now. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Howard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Winston. He's going to loft one deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room here to run. Yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And now running right through it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go now. Here we go. Hey, hey. Screen, triple C. Ready. Black, 22.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. He's going to get it running right. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now with the play clock almost to 0, Dirk Cutter's going to burn a timeout. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Throwing, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Check three.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. There to stop him on the tackle, Jack Sitchie.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Hot!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from the desert after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now it's Rosen looking. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. The rookie Rosen has the Cards on the move. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, it's Rosen. That is caught at the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Rosen on first down, eluding the pressure right. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Check 48 to the mic. Check 48 to the mic.
Rosen off the play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Four down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. I got it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Rosen. And this one is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Following the interception, Winston over the middle to Evans. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They begin the drive with Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action here with Rosen. Able to find Kirk complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun.
Now it's Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Noah Spence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch out.
Now Rosen. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Second down, Winston. Quick hitch, complete. It's Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dirt Cutter's guys go for it, but come up empty. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Watch it now, Barney!
They hand it off now, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 26 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. He can run for it, and he will. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play fake. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready? Back to the side. Hey, sub. Let's go. Follow.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.